Ish.
Okay.
Hey y'all. Okay, well, I clicked one link. I didn't click the other. Sorry. That was premature. Sorry, Joe.
Boomer,
Sorry, Joe.
boomer,
That was
boomer.
premature. Okay, we're live. Sorry, everybody.
Hit it. Boomer, boomers.
Boomer,
Oh,
boomer,
you.
boomer. Oh, you.
40. Yeah.
I did that for Dawn.
There you go.
I did that for Dawn. Hey,
Hold on. I
everybody.
gotta get
So today is Saturday Q&A day. This is Crypto Let's Talk. My name is Crypto Chris. This is my co-host, Crypto Joe.
Crypto Joe.
Say
You
hi,
got me
Joe.
Crypto Boomer Sooner Joe today.
Say hi,
Hi,
Joe.
Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
So it looks like, from what I'm told, I was just on the phone with Miss Dawn, and she says we got our 5-1 on the field, and he's catching balls.
Yep.
She
Yep.
was giving me the
What do you
rundown
got?
on
We
the
got our quarterback.
quarterback.
We got Hollywood Brown.
Yep, she was
Yeah.
giving me the rundown
Murray Brown, baby.
on the OU quarterback. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Crypto Let's Talk. Sorry for the informal opening, but we are just who we are sometimes. So it's all good.
I'm a little
Hey
bit of a
y'all,
Sooner fan.
a
Hey,
little
hey,
bit.
you know what? Hey, I don't know. Is Dawn on here yet?
She ain't coming.
No.
She's gonna watch the.
Oh,
She's gonna watch the game. She ain't coming.
oh, she did it. Well, it's still have time. Oh, never mind.
Uh. uh
I got married one time for Sooner season tickets.
hmm. You did what?
I got married one time for season tickets for OU tickets.
I
That's
am not
dedication.
going there. I am not going
That's too
there.
funny.
Hey everybody.
Dawn had laughed. You were like,
She
man,
is there. Hollywood
yeah.
Brown 5 and Kylie Murray
Hey, did
1.
you
We
hear
got
me,
our
Dawn?
5-1 on the field. She said, "I'm here. Don't talk about me." Well, you missed my OU opening, Don. So.
Yeah,
Okay,
we did it.
KGX sales 4
Oh,
machines. I'm up to date. Green X and Bitcoin. What about the cash and the gold rigs? Okay. Sharon, love you. Thank you for the questions, but you're going to have to clarify just a little bit, honey. I didn't catch that. Okay.
she wanted to know if those machines are online. She wanted to know if it's the same situation with Green X
Oh,
as it
oh,
is with
oh, the
everything else.
Bitcoin Cash and the Bitcoin Gold, Rick. I got you.
Yeah,
I
the cash,
got you.
the gold, and
I'm
the
sorry. I'm sorry. You
or
know
if
what,
those are
Sharon?
online and operating correctly.
You know what, Sharon? Dawn is
You know.
sitting there with Steven, and she's on the line. So I'm going to ask her to find out for me while we're on this because I would like to be able to answer that. So, Dawn, if you would you? I know that Steven's in the middle of a meeting, but could you write down and slip to him and find out if our gold and our cash, Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash rigs are online too? Thank you. Hey, Mr. Well, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So Will
Hey,
may
I'm gonna
know
get
as
on
well.
Facebook.
Mr. Will, do you know if the
Right. Hey, Will, Steer.
the
I will.
Bitcoin Cash and the Bitcoin Gold machines are online? Do you know that? That's a question for today, and this is Q&A day for Cryptogenics and Crypto World. So we do this every Saturday. Will, by the way, if you would write it on your schedule
Where
and
you
try to
guys
be
name my favorite
here, it'd be great because having Core 5 folks on our call, especially on a Q&A day, is an awesome thing. We love that. Love that.
color.
So
Don't
Dawn
try to
is,
hijack our call.
what's
Our
that?
time to shine.
Hmm?
Don't
Oh,
try to
shut
hijack
up.
our call though. Our time to shine.
Hey, Will
There
doesn't
can only be
hijack
so many
calls.
stars in a room.
Will doesn't hijack
I
calls.
know.
He
I'm just
ain't
kidding.
like that.
I'm just giving Will a hard
Not
time.
Will.
It's F jet, man. He's good.
He
Good.
says, great question.
Hey, Will,
So,
what's that T stand
yeah, what's that T stand for, Will? Q&A. Will, what's that T stand for? Come on, bro. Tell us what that T's about. All right, y'all. I think today it stands for Oklahoma touchdowns. Oh, sorry.
for? Touchdown.
He
That's
has
all
been
they've been
told that
saying.
all the
42 to
machines are
nothing.
mining. Okay, so we're going to go with that. Sharon,
Okay.
the answer to that question is yes. They are online. Will, are you a Sooners fan?
He's an honorary Sooner.
He's an honorary
He
Sooner.
knows enough of them.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I need him to tell me. Come on now,
Oh, I
tell
think
me. He's standing there going, touchdown,
you're right.
Sooners, touchdown. Okay, so
I got to get on Facebook real quick, buddy.
I don't even have mine open. I'm sorry. So today we're just talking about
I don't know what
crypto, and
anybody's
we're
saying.
talking about Q&A, and so we are officially saying that
Yep.
yes, all the miners are online. Officially, we are saying all the miners are online. So that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
What facility? Utah?
That's some good news right there.
Yes. Don't know much about football. Sorry. Me either, Will. Wasn't my game. Sorry. I was more of a soccer player and a track runner. So, you know. Anyway, I'm going over to check our pricing, guys, and see what our Bitcoin is looking like lately. I know what it looked like this morning, but I'd like to be able to tell you. Okay, so Bitcoin is at 71.8866 today, right now, and that's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. That's a
Hey, I saw a
beautiful
lot
thing.
of green this morning early. I got some stuff that I bought. You know, some things I was wanting to ditch yesterday that I'm glad I didn't ditch them yesterday because they're moving up. But we bought around 8,000.
Yeah.
Everything, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, it would make sense if everything gets back as we
I
go up a little
agree.
bit more. You know what I mean?
I agree. So
So there's a lot happening in the mining and a lot to explain, but I'm happy with the movement. Okay, cool. Right on.
oh, that's
You
great,
sick,
Will.
Will?
I'm
Will, you
real
sick?
happy. I'm real happy that you're happy, Will. How's that? I mean, you know, I can't tell you much more than that. I'm happy with,
Touchdown, OU. He walked in.
I'm happy with a
Sutton
lot of
scored.
the other stuff
Doing like the
that's
first
going
things
on.
on the field.
So, you guys put your questions and answers. Come on, put your questions and answers, please, in the box. So it's 10 minutes after 2. We love you guys. But in case you guys haven't noticed, this is a really cool thing, but a lot of our KGX folks are also football folks. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Will says, here's a great question. Can I join KGX and pay with a credit card? You absolutely can. We have that
Yes, you can.
capability, sir. And there are other ways that you can join as well. And we have talked about those too. So great question. Thank you, Mr. Will Fetlin. And I said it right. I didn't
Thank
call
you,
you
Will.
F-Jet, okay?
Yeah. I can pronounce his name.
I can pronounce his name. I got him to give me a schooling on it. We love you,
Yeah,
Will.
I did too.
We
What's the T
do.
stand?
Hey, Will, you know what? It
Yeah.
seems like, and I'm just thinking about this now because I'm reading your name over and over and over as it goes through. It seems like you and I missed each other a couple different times, and we still haven't caught up. So I would really like to catch up on a call, maybe even after this live if you have time. So, yeah, okay.
Hey, and
Make
also, Will, I'd like to
sure
talk about that thing that you talked about.
and make sure that everybody understands that the credit cards. I just want to expound on this a little bit since Will brought it up and had such a great question. The credit cards are only available in your back office to pay for either your promoter position and or your customer position. Okay, so that is the only thing that we have
Okay.
at this moment. Now we talked about that a little bit. Your fault, buddy. Haha. Yeah, it really was. Honestly, like I wasn't avoiding you. I was just bombarded. So, you know, I never avoid any of the core five. So, here's the thing. We also got asked the question about can we do the can we do Bitcoin? Can we do mining rigs? Can we do all that kind of stuff? with the credit cards? The answer to that is simply no. And it's no right now. I don't know if it'll change in the future, but what I want to talk about is why it's no. It's no on specifically on the mining machines, because as soon as you order the mining machine, uh, it comes straight into the core, and the core orders and pays for it, and there are no refunds on those machines. So we are not accepting credit cards on those. Okay, I'm just letting everybody know. I mean, I believe in transparency and truth, and that is the reason. It just is what it is. So, has anyone heard Amazon and Ripple will be collaborating? I have heard that. That's a whisper, Sharon, and that's a really good question. Now, let's talk about how that would affect how would that affect the crypto world? Well, in my opinion, and we've talked about opinions before, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody has one. They usually stink, but in my opinion, I think it would be an awesome thing for any coin, even though I'm not a fan of Ripple. I've stated that before. I don't like Ripple. The reason I don't like Ripple, I will go on the record in the recording to say again, is because it's so centralized. Okay, I'm just not. I'm not about that yet. Okay, now if there comes a lot of rules, regulations, and laws that makes all of this stuff become very centralized, then that would change the entire picture. But right now, that's not how it is. So, since that's not how it is, I'm not a Ripple fan. Now, what I will say is that if Ripple and Amazon were to collaborate, and they created something
I'm gonna
or
become a
a
big.
system, I would say that that's going to change everything pretty rapidly. And the reason is because if you remember when we talk about in our presentation, we talk about Amazon being the largest retail store with no stores. Okay, if you remember, they started out as a used bookstore. Okay, and they have a vision. They are visionaries beyond, in my opinion. They have a vision, and they're going to be bigger than anybody else, and they're going to make sure that they do things right so that they don't lose their jockey position for the most part. Okay, and so when that happens, that is going to change the face of crypto, because when you've got the largest retail organization that doesn't have any stores using crypto, it's gonna put a shift in things, y'all. It's gonna put a shift in things for sure. Um,
Well, and
so I just wanted to kind
that's
of
the thing.
talk
Amazon
about
and
that for,
Alibaba.
huh? What?
You've got Amazon and Alibaba.
Uh,
And so either one of them that starts accepting whatever, and if they start accepting a different coin,
mm-hmm,
one of these small altcoins,
mm-hmm,
that altcoin's going to go huge. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
And really, it would be smart for them to get together and not accept Bitcoin and to accept something else.
mm-hmm.
And go, we don't take Bitcoin, but we take this. Now we have a bunch of this, and they can drive their own stock price sky high. If
Right.
Amazon decided to take Litecoin would blow up. We're going to take Bitcoin, not Bitcoin.
And additionally,
So if they do that with
what
Ripple,
Joe? Additionally, good point. Very good point.
hmm.
Everybody check the comments. Will dropped a link in there about acceptance of Bitcoins and
Oh,
changes.
cool.
So I want everybody to grab that, because that's a good resource. Additionally, what I want to say about that is that, okay, you might say, well, why not accept Bitcoin, right? Well, they don't need to really accept the Bitcoin, and this is the reason why. If they're accepting other coins, Bitcoin is always going to be like the guide, if you will. Okay, it's the standard. Okay,
Right.
so if they take other coins, it's going to help
Mhm.
Bitcoin as well. It's probably even going to excuse me, I burped. I didn't mean to. That was rude. I apologize to all the little pygmies in New Guinea. But what really everybody needs to
Yeah.
understand is, shut up, Joe, is that Bitcoin's price is helping drive the other coins. Okay, y'all. So you don't have to worry about Bitcoin going anywhere. It would just graduate into more of like the gold standard. And I hate to use that because that's really a bad comparison, but you guys can visualize when I say that. And so it kind of gives you something. And then Will also says that the CEO of Expedia made Bitcoin payment method, and he went to Uber now. So that's a good thing. That's a really
Wow.
good thing. Now, I've been hearing
So there you go.
whispers. I've been hearing whispers, Will, about Uber getting ready to accept Bitcoin. But wouldn't it be more advantageous? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. Wouldn't it be more advantageous for them to take a different coin? I mean, I don't know. Bitcoin
Yeah.
to me as a Uber, if I was an Uber driver, this is just me, y'all, okay? And again, opinions. But if I was an Uber driver, right? I don't think I'd want to wait for the long transaction period time. Uh, right now it's really quick. Right now it's like this, right? But when it gets up there, 10, 11, 12, $20,000, we all have seen that very slow transaction speed. I've seen days, y'all. Really, seriously, I saw days. So I don't know. As an Uber driver, really, I gotta say, I don't think I'd want. I don't think I'd want to take. I don't think I'd want to take Bitcoin. But you know, we'll see. Maybe they've got a solution to that. Ha ha! Maybe something like the Lightning Network and all that good stuff. I don't know.
Well, everything.
What, Joe?
Well, it's like what Will said. I mean, you pretty much cash everything back into most of the time into Bitcoin. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And you don't have to really, but I mean, but
Right.
that's mainly what people do. Just because that's the thing that's so widely taken.
Mm-hmm.
What I personally would do though, if I was the CEO of one of these companies, is I would build another coin, or I would blow one of these other coins up. First off, I'd buy
Right.
an ungodly amount of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And if I was Amazon, I would buy tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of, let's say, Litecoin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Litecoin, from what I understand, would be an amazing utility coin. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just amazing. Something to just use, just like you
Well, it's
do
called
quarters.
Litecoin for
You
a
know what I mean? Or
reason.
whatever, dollar bills.
It's called Litecoin for a reason.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I know. And so I just buy tons of that. And
Mm-hmm.
then I'd go, okay, this is what we're going to take.
Right.
Period. You can turn it into anything you want. And I mean,
Right.
on one end, you're blowing something up and you're creating, to me, I would take it as an opportunity to create another huge market. You know what I
Right.
mean? To put some little Bitcoin in a way, and then that's going to drive. Bitcoin, if it has competition, it would grow more. That's the thing. It doesn't need, it's not forced to compete. You know what I mean? It splits and you got Bitcoin Cash. Okay. You got Bitcoin Gold. Okay. You know what I mean? And you do these splits to upgrade, you know what I mean? But it doesn't, it can be slow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the big sea turtle. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's 100 years old and fantastic. Everybody loves it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, now you got this little jackrabbit over here, but it doesn't have any competition, you know,
No.
and I think competition in any marketplace spurs it. You know what I mean? That builds the marketplace. And that's just my thinking. You know what I mean? And I
Mm-hmm.
could be wrong, but I mean, on two fronts, that's what I would do. From a business perspective, if I had something that huge to make that big of a movement. If I was Walmart, I wouldn't take Bitcoin. I'd take something else. You know what I mean? Does Walmart want to create their own coin? I don't know. Why bother with it? You know what I mean? What's the point? You know what I mean? Will they? Probably, or something, or they're going to team up with somebody. It's just that thing. I just want to know what the tea's all about. I'm just
The
kidding.
T.
But that's just my thing. I mean, that's just my idea. And I'm trying to
Right.
answer these questions and watch a football game too at the same time. So, you know what I mean? My brain's kind of places.
Hey, Rosendo, nice to see you. Thank you
I
for
love
your
you, everybody.
input.
I'm not saying
We
anybody's wrong.
believe we
You know
believe
what I
the
mean? Not
same
at all.
thing that you.
I'm really glad somebody's up here actually saying something.
Rosendo, we believe the same way you did in your comment. Appreciate that input, buddy. Um, my thought process is, and Sharon's exactly
Yeah.
right, supply and demand. And I'm completely on board with them, Uber or anyone else for that matter, taking Bitcoin. I'm just saying, as the Uber driver in high demands, I would probably ask for somebody to pay me in an alternate currency, simply because most Uber drivers are using that money to live on. Right now, if they weren't using it to live on, and maybe I just like people, maybe I just want to build my business, right? So I become an Uber driver. We don't have Uber here in Whiteville, so maybe I need to start an Uber company and start accepting Bitcoin. It'd be a great way for me to stockpile because I don't need the money, okay? So I can wait for it. I don't care how long it takes to come, as long
Right.
as it comes, right? But at the same time, I think that a lot of people that are driving for Uber and Lyft and stuff like that, they're using that as their 9 to 5, their main source of income. And so, yeah, I would like to see an alternate coin, something faster for those folks, because then they can turn it into Bitcoin at their leisure. Um, so let's talk about supply and demand for a minute. And there is always going to be and I've been asked this question ever since I've been talking to people about Bitcoin, and it drives me nuts because people say, well, what's going to happen when you hit that 21, that 21 number, and there's no more Bitcoin to be made, and da 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 da. Well, you know what? When there aren't any more being made, that's just going to make the ones that are in circulation all that
Start paying
much more
fees.
worth, right? Okay, so it's like, think of it like this:
You just
if
start paying
there's no more
fees
water
to it.
on the planet, then the water that's on the planet is going to become more expensive.
Don't
Agreed?
say that.
I'm using it as an example, goofball.
Right.
But water's
Let's just
something
not
you
even
got to
say that.
have.
Let's not say
You
that.
know.
I
Well,
know.
it just is. It is. It is. It is.
I
It is what
know.
it is.
Oh man, the
So,
referees don't want to build it.
Joe, I'm going to let you go play football.
Sorry. The referee just tackled. Sorry.
Oh well,
I'm doing both. I've got monitor,
I
big TV.
know you've got an insane desk. I don't even want to talk about your desk. Yes, Will, I agree. There are a lot of payment cards coming out. I've heard about some of them. Some of them I've heard about from the Core Five,
Yeah.
actually. And you're absolutely right. And what I really like about some of these new
I
payment
got a new one.
cards is you can. I saw and you told us. Remember, I love that it has no numbers on it. I love that. Um,
Well,
what I love about some of these new cards that are coming out and these payment options is that they have the ability to exchange right inside of them. Like, if, let's just say, for example, Joe sends me some Litecoin, and I'll take Joe's spot, and and I want
what do
Bitcoin,
you mean?
and
I'm
I've
not
got a
doing
card.
it.
I can shift it, change it from the Litecoin over to the Bitcoin right inside that card or right inside of that exchange, which is really, really cool. And, I kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit. So Will's backing me up and saying, yep, we're working on it too. I know you are. And, it's, it's, you know, look, guys, if we're going to be in a crypto company, right? If we're going to be in an education company, if we're going to be the best crypto company in the world, we have to develop some of this stuff. You guys have to know that it's coming, right? So, it's one of those things where it's not a me too, it's a me need to. Okay, it's not a me too, it's a me need to. Okay, so Will, let's have you on
Well,
next week with Joe and I,
you know,
please. I can put 3 of us on this screen easy. No,
yeah,
no worries. Um,
that'd be awesome.
but I
Yeah, no problem.
personally feel
Hell, there's 2 people
like
right now.
we need to cultivate our industry, the crypto industry, as best we can. Now, what really has been happening lately is everybody's been on vacation and everybody's been, kind of really lazy. I'm just going to say it. People have just been lazy, and not really working their businesses and not really getting out there and knocking on doors and talking to the person in the beach chair next to you on the beach, and that kind of stuff, right? So I know that that's not the case for I see touchdown. Uh, I know that's not the case for Stephen McCullough, because him and I
Touchdown.
talked about it when we took our vacation, right? But at the end of the day, you've got to think about where these people are at. These people don't know a lot, y'all, and they're scared, and
No.
the world is in a crazy place, and they just want something that they can bank on and depend on. And the only way they're going to get that, is through education. So education is paramount, and we really need to do that. Can you elaborate a bit more on that? No numbers on the cards, please. Yeah, there's no numbers. There's no
Oh
numbers
no,
on
the numbers
Joe's
on
new
the back.
card. Yeah,
They're on the
they're
front.
not on the front of the card.
They're on the back.
Hmm.
They're on the back.
That's on the Cash Me
Yeah.
card, by the way. Cash Shop Me, just in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, that's the cash
Yep.
music. And check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but you see that little Bitcoin thing? Where's it at? Man,
It's on there. Yep. Yep.
he's
Yep.
got a Bitcoin thing right there. I designed. I don't think my Swift
So
card has numbers on the front, does it?
I don't know. My BitPay card does. My BitPay card does.
Hey,
I don't have a
Swift doesn't have
Swifty
numbers on
card.
the front.
I don't have a Swifty
No,
card.
I do.
I don't have a
A
Swifty
Shifty
card.
card,
See,
a
Joe's going to
Swifty
walk
card.
around
See,
with
that
all
shit's got my
these.
name on it too.
Yep. Joe's going to walk around with all these Bitcoin cards in his wallet. And when we meet in person, I'm going to knock him over the head and take his wallet.
I do.
I'll spend his Bitcoin, not mine. Hey, y'all. Look, this is the deal. This is your last
I
weekend
actually keep all my money
to
somewhere else. I just got the card to show off.
okay. So this is the last weekend to hoorah. This is the last weekend to spend some time with your, with your families and stuff. I encourage everyone to do that. Um, And I would also encourage everyone to, and Joe and I have been prepping you all month of August, the whole month of August, to get ready for September, because September is the kickoff. September is the kickoff. This is where we get busy, y'all. People are going to be looking for, um, we're, people are going to be looking for credit card counseling. Oh my God. People are going to be looking for, that side hustle. They're going to be
That's
looking for
great.
something to help them create money for Christmas. They're going to be looking for something to, support their non-existent 401ks that they found out they no longer have. Because here's what happens at the end of the year: people talk about finances more than any other time, and it's because the taxes are coming up, and Christmas is coming up, and the holidays are coming up, and all of those things cause people financial nightmares. Okay, and we can be the answer. A lot of us can be the answer. All of us, every single one of us can be the answer, because we can show people how to take a little bit of money, turn it into a little bit of Bitcoin, and make that Bitcoin grow. So that's your challenge, right? That's your challenge, to get your mindset ready this weekend. If you didn't get it ready the whole month of August, now is the time. And I know there are a lot of procrastinators out there, okay? I was never that guy in school. In school, when I got a project, if you gave me a project and it was due a month later, I had mine done the
Let's get it.
next week, because I just wanted to get it out of the way, because it was on top of me like a stone on my head, and it would give me a headache until I got rid of it. But there are a lot of people out there that aren't that way. They live the life of the procrastination, and they wait to the last minute. So now is time for you to get in the game. I'm going to play the coach. I'm going to call an audible. I want one person in everybody's business new next week. That's the call. Ha! Go, Joe. You got one more thing, Joe?
I'll give him a ball. Oh, no, I'm
Sweet.
just throwing the ball around. Hey, that's a great
You
idea. Let's try and do that, everybody. And remember, this is how we want to do it. Do it with what makes you the most comfortable. Okay.
Mhm.
Don't try and act like somebody else.
Mhm.
Take all the training you've received. Talk to your. Do it in the mirror a bunch. You know what I mean? And just have the conversation and let the training flow through you.
Mhm.
And there's certain words and stuff. We've all learned those. You know what I mean? There's certain ways to ask questions. Use that, but don't make it so obvious. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you can help it. Now, if you just need to practice, and just practice. And I'm telling you, a lot of it is numbers. You know what I mean? And I know that there's different views and different theories on this. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying one's right and one's wrong, but if you ask 1,000 people, you're probably going to get one. If you ask 10 people, you might not get. I mean, the more you try, the more you try. I mean, I've got those smart cards. You know what I mean? Or not the smart cards. Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about
Lucky
my pizza
cards.
delivery thing, and I want to buy a smart card for it. But
Lucky cards.
watch out. Yeah, lucky cards. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I have to keep refilling them, at the bar and stuff because they get passed out when I'm not there. You know what I mean? So the only thing's weird is I got to answer my phone all the time. Because I get calls from here and there, and blah 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 blah. But use everything use all your tools. Use your systems. If you have the app, use the app. That's a great tool. The mobile app is incredible, guys. You're sitting there, hey, let me get your number. Blah 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 blah. You put it in there, hey, I'm gonna send you some information real quick, and you can check this out when you have time, and then let it go. You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, you want to watch a presentation? Man, hey, you can go check out Kristen Joe's presentation or something. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, it's weird being in my position because I'm the only one that presents ever that's not one of the, like pinnacles or something. You know what I mean? So I'm the guy that's supposed to be asking you to present for me, but I give presentations. So that's weird.
I got you,
you know what
bro.
I mean? I'm like, why don't you just give me the presentation? I'm not supposed to. Like, I'm not really supposed to. I'm supposed to let somebody else do this. Like, but don't you know how? I'm like, well, yeah, I know how.
Yep.
These things happen. I wouldn't be in this position if I couldn't deal with it. But I want everybody to have a real good time. Enjoy the games today. Have some fun. But let's kind of get our mindsets ready, to start kicking it in. I mean, let's start getting it going. It's like Will was saying, this is the time of the year all this stuff starts from what I understand. This is when we really get to going. And use the different tools and different things. And we're here for you. If you guys have any questions, want to know anything, everybody's here for you. If you don't want to call the Core 5 and ask them, or you feel uncomfortable doing that, call us. You know what I mean? We're super available, and we'll call them. We'll bother them about anything. That's just kind of how we. You know what I mean?
We don't mind calling the Core 5.
Why is the sky blue?
Look,
somebody wants to know.
Hey, look, Joe. So Will says next week when he comes on as a guest, he's going to cover. Together with us, he's going to cover, number 1, bridge the prospect. Number 2, how to qualify them. Number 3, how to explain KGX in the other person's language so that they hear you. And number 4, how to close that deal. Bam! So, okay, that looks like a lot of fun.
That's what.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate that, buddy. I think that everybody that comes to our calls, Will, they will definitely get a lot from that. Additionally, we have a lot of folks that grab the replay. The numbers are growing and growing and growing on the replay. I can't even believe it. But one other thing I'm going to say to you guys, and I'm going to kind of be backing up Joe here. Use your app because it will allow you to use this less. And if you use this less, you're going to offend other people less. Okay, because what happens is everybody throws up on everybody. Trust me. It's just, it's that hopium crap. Okay. So, but here's the other thing that I want to say is if you can learn the 1-minute presentation after someone is interested, right? Somebody says to you, Rosendo, get with me. I will help you figure out what the app is, bro. I got you. Send me a private message. If you will use the 1 minute. Yeah. See, this is what you do in 1 minute, right? Okay. When somebody expresses interest and they say to you, I'd like to hear more. I'd like to know more about your business. Then the first thing you have to tell them is, well, I don't really know, because it takes a whole minute for me to tell you about it. Well, when do you think you have a minute, right? So when they say, well, right now, okay, you're only going to tell them 3 things.
Right.
You're only going to tell them 3 things. You're going to tell them what the business is, how much money they can make in the business, right? And what they have to do, okay? What they have to do to make that money. Those 3 things. And you're not going to be real specific. You're going to be generalized in that. So next week, one day next week, it won't be the day that Will's on. One day next week, we will actually, Joe and I are going to teach you guys how to formulate. We're not going to give you your 1 minute presentation. You have to make your own, but we will help you formulate your own 1 minute presentation, because I would really like to see next week blow Cryptogenics up. Like, I would like to see numbers like we have not seen since we had the first day of pre-launch.
That'd be great, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, and this
It's
is my
time,
thing, guys.
guys.
I joined
It's time.
Cryptogenics. You know what I mean? And I'm a staunch supporter of Crypto program. And that's what I'm a supporter of all the way. And you know, I got things to say about everything. I just don't shut up. I just say I say things that what comes to mind. You know what I mean? And I kind of speak for the person that doesn't want to speak up or say something and feels a certain way or whatever. And that's what I'm doing here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like the role feel like I'm here to play. You know, but I want us to get back to the basics of what we're doing. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the excitement of what we all joined. You know what I mean? We joined this education program to spread this to the world. You know what I mean?
Because we were excited about crypto.
People. You know, to build.
Where is everybody's excitement?
Yeah. And now everybody's gotten excited about this project, this thing, and that thing, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And let's get back to the core, and we need to build that core some more, guys. You know what I mean? And then everything else comes after that. Just plain and simple. You know, I don't ever start a conversation out with Green X. In fact, I really have one about Green X with anyone because I
don't ever start a conversation out with Cryptogenics either.
Because they don't know what the hell a Bitcoin is.
Yeah. I don't start a conversation out with Cryptogenics either.
Bitcoin. What's that? Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, give them a card too.
Hey, y'all. Here's one thing we're going to leave you with. Here's one thing we're going to leave you guys with for the weekend, right? Because you're going to be preempting your week for next week. Well, yeah, that too. But here's the important part. Okay, when everybody starts, having a crypto conversation, don't use the words crypto. Don't use the word cryptocurrency. Start with your conversations. The one thing you want to do. The one thing you want to do is if you are led to have a cryptocurrency conversation, then you just want to ask the person you're talking to. All you want to ask them is, have they heard about Bitcoin? And they're going to ask you, if they haven't, they're going to ask you, what is Bitcoin? And your answer is money. That's it. Leave it alone. Money. That is it. Okay? And if they want more information, get their name and number. Get their name and number. Don't say anything else. Okay? Just trust me on this. Get their name and number. Don't say anything else. Next week you will have shells for your gun next week. Right now, I just gave you the gun, but it ain't loaded. Okay? I just gave you the gun. It's not loaded. Next week we'll load the gun for you. Okay? I promise. Bitcoin. What is it? Money. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Name and number.
Simple.
Name and number.
Big crayons. Big cheap.
That's it.
Big old crayons.
Yep. Big crayons. We'll borrow Jeremy's crayons. Hey, guys. We love you guys. Each and every one of you. Thank you. Monday. Remember, there's nothing on Monday. No live, no presentation, nothing on Monday. Remember, Monday's a holiday. Take it. Stay with your family. Okay? Love you guys. Hey, Joe, you're the best co-host in the world. Hey, I see your shirt.
Hey, what?
I love you, brother. Hey, tell everybody who's going to win the ball game today.
One more thing real quick. The Sooners are. I think the other team finally scored. It's like 58 or something like that to 7 now, I think. But 56-7. Yeah.
Yeah.
OU. There we go. One thing I did want to say on the accepting Bitcoin, you know what I mean? The reason it's different if someone, and you're like, if I have a Bitcoin, a Visa, a BitPay card, or blah, 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 they do accept Bitcoin. Yeah, they do. But you're getting there's the person that accepts the credit card. There's like a 3% service charge. Plus, sometimes there's 3% plus 15 cents or something like that. If you accept directly from wallet to wallet, if you're set up that way, then you avoid all that. That's kind of the purpose of one of the purposes of the, so just kind of explaining that why there's a difference there,
Yep.
But, okay. Love you guys.
Love you guys. We look forward to
Have
seeing you
fun.
guys next Tuesday.
Are we done?
Everybody,
We still here?
you know what? Tuesday
Okay,
is a big
have fun.
day.
I
We
will.
love you
Hey,
guys.
thanks for tuning
Will,
in,
I'll call
everybody.
you. Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Will.
Hey, Joe, thanks for being a great co-host.
Uh,